Yes, ma'am. It is audible.
Okay, thank you.
Separating substances. You will also be winnowing and sieving.
It's a small story of a small family. Two kids are going with their parents, right? And suddenly their car stopped. There was some problem in their car, so his father starts checking that what is the problem. Until then, they went to go and check around what the villagers are doing. उनकी कार एक गांव में खराब होती है और फिर ये बच्चे जाकर देखते हैं कि गांव के लोग क्या कर रहे हैं. ठीक है. इनकी कार एक खेत के पास जाकर रुकती है जहां पर एक लेडी हैंड पिकिंग मेथड से सेपरेट आउट कर रही है, ग्रेन्स को क्लीन कर रही है, राइट? सो they are just going over there and checking what the villagers are doing and how they are separating these mixtures, right? So just check it, this video.
Looks like we I'll have to get the mechanic.
Hey, Tina, look. We have stopped right near someone's farmland. I wonder if we can take a walk and see the clothes. Dad, I'll go up to the huts and take a look at this farm while you fix the car.
Okay. But be careful and don't go too far. Your mom and I will keep an eye on you both from here.
Hello. Who are you? Our car has broken down nearby, but our dad is working on it. He just came by to take a look at your farm. Would you mind? Not at all. In fact, I'll show you around if you're interested. Let me just finish cleaning these grains. Cleaning the grains? How do you do that? Well, I'm just picking out the impurities in these grains by hand. The grains are quite big in size, and the amount of grain that I need to clean is not much. So I can do that quite easily. Hand picking allows me to separate the good grains from the waste and impurities, so that I have clean dal to cook for dinner tonight.
Hand picking is the basic method for separation of substances. It involves picking out substances by hand and separating them from others. The substances being separated may be impurities that have to be thrown away, like in this case. Or it may be that both the substances being separated are useful, such as if you separate green grapes from black ones from a mixture of the two.
I'm done hand picking these grains.
I hope it must be clear to you what is hand picking method and how it is being done. So let's move for the next method.
Let's take a walk around the farm now. As you can see, it is now winter. The wheat is ready for harvest now. Look, there's my husband. What is he doing? He's threshing some of the wheat that has been harvested and dried. Threshing? What's that? Yes. Once the wheat has been harvested, the stalks are dried. Then, each grain of wheat has to be separated from the stalks to which it's attached, so that it can be ground into flour. This method of separating the grain from the stalk is called threshing. It's basically the beating of these dry stalks to shake off the dried grains. It can be done by hand, by cattle, or by using machines. Traditionally, threshing was done by hand, but people do the job quickly. Nowadays, threshing machines are also used to separate large quantities of grain at a time.
Okay. So what is threshing? See, if we are having cereals like wheat, rice, etc., जो हम खाते हैं, तो अगर हम जब हम फसलों की कटाई कर लेते हैं, जैसे आपने यहाँ पर देखा, if we have done the harvesting of the crops, after that grains need to be separated from their stalks. उनका नीचे का जो स्टॉक पार्ट है, उससे हमें ग्रेन्स को सेपरेट आउट करना होता है. ओके, सो आप चाहो तो उनको इस तरह से बीच करके कीजिए, या फिर मशीन्स के थ्रू कीजिए, या फिर केटल्स के थ्रू कीजिए. केटल्स के थ्रू कैसे करेंगे? यू विल जस्ट अलाउ द केटल्स टू मूव अपॉन द ग्रेन्स, राइट. सो जब वो उनके ऊपर चलेंगे तो उनसे जो अनाज के दाने होंगे, जो ग्रेन पार्ट्स होंगे, दैट विल बी सेपरेटेड आउट एंड द स्टॉक्स विल गेट सेपरेट. ओके, so this is known as threshing. It could be done manually also, it could be done with the thresher machine also. Okay, nowadays thresher machine is also available for the large quantities of grains. All right.
And one of these is called a combined harvester. You can see it there in the distance. This is a smart way to separate grain from stalk. Imagine how long this would take if the grain had to hand-picked off the stalks.
I hope it would be clearer to you now, right? Is anybody having any doubt in these two methods? What is hand picking and what is threshing? Any doubt to anyone? Threshing, what we are doing in threshing, we are just separating out the grains, right? We are just separating out the grains from the stalk part, right? It could be done by the beating method, it could be done with the help of cutters, it could be done with the thresher. Now next is the winnowing. See, so many times the students get confused between threshing and winnowing, because if you will check in book, you will get the same definition of winnowing also. Winnowing is also the separation of grains, but that is from the chaff. If you have checked the wheat, तो आपने देखा होगा कि गेहूं के ऊपर ब्राउन कलर का छिलका भी होता है, right? So we need to separate that grain from edible grain from the chaff part. That is known as winnowing. Okay, separating grains from a mixture of grains and husk, right? Whether it is wheat, whether it is rice, कोई भी हो. Okay, so how it is done? Winnowing is done manually, right? And how it is done? What is the principle of this? That the husk is lighter in weight and grains are heavier. देखो अब मैंने क्या किया, मैंने एक प्लेट लिया, ठीक है. I have taken a steel plate. I have taken 1 bowl of wheat in that. अब उस 1 bowl wheat के अंदर मैंने छोटे छोटे से कागज के टुकड़े डाले. I have put a small bits of paper in it. Now अब मैं उसको अगर इस तरीके से झटकूंगी, then what do you think? Do you think the paper will be separate out as it is lighter in weight rather than wheat? Okay, so being lighter in weight, that paper will be separate out. The same principle we will use for here also, right? Same principle we are using for the winnowing. What we are doing, what is winnowing? Actually, it is the method of separating the heavier and the lighter components of a mixture by wind or blowing air. Okay, आपने अपनी मम्मा को देखा होगा इस तरीके से गेहूं को, चावल को झटकते हुए, right? What she used to do over there, जो dust particle होंगे या फिर जो छिलके होंगे गेहूं के, वो क्या होगा, वो सब separate out हो जाएंगे, right? So what we are doing in threshing, हम स्टॉक पार्ट से ग्रेन पार्ट को अलग कर रहे हैं, लेकिन उस ग्रेन पार्ट में छिलका अभी भी है ना, राइट? तो हम उस छिलको को कैसे सेपरेट करेंगे? विनोइंग मेथड से, राइट? नाउ इन थ्रेशिंग क्या होगा कि वो जो चाफ पार्ट है, दैट विल नॉट गेट सेपरेटेड, दैट चाफ इज स्टिल इन दैट हीप. अभी हमारे पास जो ढेर है उसके अंदर वो छिलके भी हैं. सो वी नीड टू सेपरेट आउट दैट एडिबल पार्ट फ्रॉम दैट ग्रेन. Okay, this is known as winnowing. Now let's go for the sieving. Okay, yes, Vidushi, I'm coming back to you. Give me 1 second. What is sieving? Channa, right? You must have observed your mama sieving the flour. Okay, so when the component size is different from the main part, okay, जब components जो उसके अंदर undesirable components हैं उनका अगर से अलग रहता है part, when the components of a mixture are of different size, and then sieve can be used to separate them. Yes, Astak, exactly like this. जैसा कि ये person कर रहा है, sieve is used to separate stones and pebbles from sand, right? आपने किसी भी वर्कर को देखा होगा कुछ जो किसी साइट पर काम कर रहा है, बिल्डिंग बना रहा है, then what he used to do, he used to separate out the stones and pebbles from the sand, right? अगर उसको सीमेंट बनाना है तो उसके लिए उसको सैंड भी चाहिए होता है, बजरी चाहिए होती है. बजरी को पहले वो छानता है ना छलनी के अंदर. Why he used to do this? To separate out the stones, etc. Okay, so ये क्या है? This is the method of separating the components of a mixture that are of different size by using the sieve, that is known as sieving. Okay, I'm going to show you another video for this sieving and winnowing. Give me 1 second to share that. Until then, let me check what Vidushi wants to say. Yes, Vidushi, you may unmute yourself. What's your question?
मैम हमको थ्रस्टिंग वाला
Sorry, Vidushi, you are not audible to me. Can you please speak a little bit louder?
ओके मैम.
Yes, Vidushi.
I don't understand. मैम थ्रस्टिंग वाला पार्ट समझ में नहीं आया.
Sorry?
मैम सेकंड पार्ट थ्रस्टिंग वाला समझ में नहीं आया.
Threshing is not clear to you, you are saying, Vidushi. Threshing, I have explained you, na? I have showed you in the video also that threshing के अंदर what you used to do, you used to separate the grain parts from the stalk. आपने गेहूं के खेत देखे कितने लंबे लंबे स्टॉक्स होते हैं उसके, और ऊपर की तरफ गेहूं की बालियां होती हैं, right? We used to bring these stalks along with the wheat grains in holy times also. अगर खेत नहीं भी देखे होंगे तो एटलीस्ट होली टाइम में हम लोग वो गेहूं पकाने के लिए लेके आते हैं, राइट? इट्स अ ट्रेडिशन. यू मस्ट हैव ऑब्जर्व कि उसके अंदर स्टॉक्स के साथ बिल्कुल फ्रंट पार्ट के अंदर व्हीट ग्रेन्स होते हैं, राइट? तो आपको क्या करना है, यू नीड टू सेपरेट दैट wheat grains from the stalk part. So how you will be able to do? You will be able to do that just by the threshing method. See, look in this. The book also, one picture is being provided for this. Let me share the chapter again. All right. See, Vidushi, are you able to see what these persons are doing? They have taken the wheat along with the stalks. Now they are beating these on the hard surface. किसी भी hard surface पे उसको ऐसे beat, है ना? What will happen if they will beat it like this? The grain part will get separated. Is it clear to you, Vidushi?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Vidushi. Lower down your hand, beta.
Okay, ma'am.
All right. So now I'm going to share one more video to you guys. Give me 1 second to share that. It will make this winnowing, etc. more clearer to you.
Now I understand thirsting. इसमें definitely now I understand thirsting properly. Okay. चलते हैं भी. You know कि क्या गया. Now No, ma'am.
This video is just for to explain the winnowing part. Okay. Let me check from whose side I'm getting sound. From Vidushi. Vidushi, please mute yourself. Now I'm going to share. Angel. Asta. Palak. Palak, you are unmuted. Rhythm kettles को उनके ऊपर चलाया जाता है. Okay. When the kettles will move around on that grains, that grain part will get separate out better. है ना, जब ये उनके ऊपर चलेगी बार बार कुछ क्लोथ बिछा दिया जाता है ग्रेन्स के ऊपर and then they allow the kettles to walk on them. तो जब kettles राउंड करके उनके ऊपर चलेंगे तो फिर वो separate out हो जाएंगे. Okay. Angel, are you unmuted? Can you hear me, Angel? Asta, sorry, Asta.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me know whether my screen is visible to you or not, Asta. Is it visible, Asta?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. This video is just to explain the winnowing part.
Separated from the stalks.
See,
However, even though
this is threshing Vidushi, what he was doing. Let's check it out once again if you want.
However, even though the grains are separated from the stalks, they still have dried husk on them. Needs to be separated before the grain can be used. The method of separating the husk from the grain is called winnowing. It is used to separate heavier and lighter components of a mixture. By this process, the husk is blown away, as it is much lighter than the grain. So, when the grains are gently dropped to the ground from a height, only the grains are collected and the husk is blown away. The separated husk is used for many purposes, such as fodder for cattle. Let us now perform an activity to learn this process in detail. Make a mixture of dry sand with sawdust and keep it on a plate or newspaper. Look at this mixture carefully. You will notice that the two different components cannot be made out easily. This is because their particle sizes are similar, so they cannot be separated by hand picking. Now take the same mixture to an open ground. Stand on a raised platform. Hold the plate with the mixture at your shoulder height. Tilt it slightly so that the mixture slides out slowly. What happens? The dry sand, which is heavy, falls at the same plate and gets collected on the ground. However, the sawdust, which is lighter than sand, gets blown away by the wind. Thus, with the help of the wind, both the components get separated by the process of blurring.
I hope it must be clearer to you guys now. Anshul Sonwal, sit up straight, beta. Yes, good. Okay, so is it clear to you, Mumal? Show me your thumbs up, Kanav. Is it clear to you, Kanav? Okay, it's clear to Kanav. Deshi, Mumal, what about you? It's clear to Tejas, Saurabh, Rhythm, all right. So that means we can move forward now, as it is clearer to you how the winnowing is being done. Okay, next sieving, everybody is aware about the sieving channa, right? I don't think there is any need to explain anything about that. Okay, sieving. Okay, Vidushi, it's clearer to you now. Rhythm, is it clear to you how the kettles are helping in threshing? Okay, next is the sieving, also we have discussed. Next is the separation of insoluble solids from a liquid, that we will discuss in our next class. Let me take the attendance now. Okay, you guys just have to raise your hands for the attendance part. Yes, Anshul, you are having any doubt? Yes, beta?
मैम प्रेजेंट नहीं लोगे क्या?
I'm taking the attendance now. Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's start with the attendance part. Yes, Arnav Mathur. All of you can raise your hands to give me the attendance. Arnav Mathur. Abhay Yadav. Abhishek. Okay, Arnav. Be quick to raise your hands. Tejas, I haven't called your name yet. Abhi, okay, Abhi. Lower down your hand when I call your name. Afan. Anshul Sonwal. Okay, Anshul, lower down your hand. Aish Chaudhary. Aish Chaudhary. Aish Nehra. Cherry Vijay. Okay, Cherry, lower down your hand. Chitran Sambarwal. Daksh Lalwani. Dhruv Dhariwal. Okay, Dhruv, I have marked. Cherry, you may lower down your hand. Dishi Sharma, okay. Diana Motwani. Don't forget to lower your hand again. Diana Motwani, Gurpreet Kaur. Hansika Bharti. Okay, Hansika. Ishan Chiparmalani.